Good evening, welcome back. My name is Dr. Stephen Wilson, and on this channel we break down and analyze how sports injuries occur. So if this is the type of content that interests you, then please consider liking and subscribing. Now, tonight's game between the Packers and the Eagles resulted in an injury to Packers quarterback Jordan Love. Now, we don't have much information from the media release as of now, but we'll take a look at the replay and come up with some differential diagnoses as to possibly what could have happened to Jordan Love's left leg. We're going to look at the replay here from Friday night between the Packers and the Eagles when they were playing in Brazil. We're going to take a look at the injury that was sustained to Jordan Love's left leg. So when we roll the clip here, we're going to see Packers quarterback number 10, Jordan Love, with the football. The pocket is starting to collapse and he wants to avoid the sack here. He's got the ball in his left hand, and we're going to stop the replay right about there. And what we're seeing at this point, we want to look at his left leg. Now, we do have two concerns here. Certainly his left ankle and his left knee. Both could have sustained injuries on the play. First up, we're going to break down what happened to his ankle here. So when we look at what's going on in the replay, we have the Eagles defender, number 98, he's down on the ground with his arms wrapped around the left leg, the lower leg of Jordan Love, while the other Eagles defender here coming in high over top, he's got his right arm hooked underneath Love's left armpit there, and he's going to drive him backwards at the same time that the Eagles defender is now pushing his lower leg forward. What that is going to do to his ankle that we can see here, his left ankle is going to start to turn right there. It is starting to pronate or what we call evert, where the inside part of his ankle is now coming down towards the turf, and it's going to turn his leg into what we call external rotation, where it's turning to the outside. A little bit further here, we can see his ankle fully coming down now to the turf. That is really going to stress the inside soft tissue parts of his ankle, certainly resulting in what we would call a high ankle sprain, possibly spraining the inside ligaments of his ankle called the deltoid ligament as well. Those are almost a definite at this point. Ankle dislocation or even a fracture is certainly a possibility. We'll back it up here a little bit and we'll watch that in full speed. Here we see his ankle turn and coming down. It's a very unnatural position for his left ankle to be in, with the inside part of his ankle bone coming right down towards the turf. The second injury that Jordan Love may have sustained here to his left leg would be in dealing with his left knee. So we'll take the replay back to the start and we'll roll it here. Again, the pocket collapses, Love trying to avoid the sack. And here comes the pressure with a defender going low and a defender coming high. So this time, we're going to look at Love's left knee right here. Yes, his ankle is turned. We know the inside portion of his ankle is going to be under a lot of stress and compression, but so is his knee here. So what we want to look at is number 98 for the Eagles. He is forcing Jordan Love's knee forward and medially this way. So it's a force from the outside. It's a lateral force forcing his knee to the inside. We'll advance it just a bit, and here we can see how his ankle and his hip are lined up, and now his knee is now towards the middle. Even further, we can see his knee really start to bend, and what we call this here is a pivot shift, or a dynamic valgus stress, where 98 is coming down on the outside portion of his knee, forcing his knee inside. That's really going to stress the inside soft connective tissue of Jordan Love's left knee here. Mainly his ACL, his anterior cruciate ligament, and his MCL, his medial cruciate ligament. His patella, located right there, that can be influenced with a subluxation or even a dislocation here, but The main concern for Jordan Love's knee is definitely his ACL, possibly his MCL, and the meniscus that goes straight across through the middle there. So what we just saw in the replay with Jordan Love's left leg, we are looking at his left ankle and his left knee. So we'll correlate that with the anatomy screen here. Here is a picture of a skeleton. So we're going to be looking up close with the left ankle. So we'll just zoom in on that here. So remember, number 98 for the Eagles, he was laying on his back and he had his arm around the lower part of Jordan Love's left leg. And when he was forcing him to the ground, that means there was a stress to his ankle coming in from this direction right here. It bent his ankle inwards, everting it, so the inside part of his foot here then came down and made contact with the turf in this direction. And what that is going to do is really going to stress the inside portion of his left ankle, mainly his deltoid ligament, and certainly can cause a high ankle sprain to the outside of his lateral ankle here as well. We also discussed that Love's left knee is of concern here. So we'll just move up the kinetic chain. We'll take a look at the left knee of the skeleton here. So when we go up close to the knee here, remember the defender came in high over top to force him backwards. Therefore, the defender on the ground had a hold of his lower leg, and that pushed his knee in this direction here from the outside, forcing it to the inside right there. What that's going to do is it's going to stress the inside part of his knee, mainly his medial collateral ligament and his anterior cruciate ligament. With a dynamic valgus stress, or a pivot shift stress we can call it, from the outside, it's going to stress right there, and also your meniscus also goes right through your knee, straight through the joint line there, and that can certainly have been compromised with that stress to his knee. On Friday night, at a minimum, Jordan Love will have sustained a left ankle injury, in addition to possibly a left knee injury as well. There are a few different differential diagnoses that we can apply to his ankle and his knee. This is preliminary. We do not have much detail on the media report. Perhaps later on Saturday, we will be able to get more details on Jordan Love's injury. Thank you for watching. Please be well.